I play young Alice.
I play young Alfred.
And I'm playing one of the knaves.
So I play Clarissa / the Queen of Diamonds.
And I am Dodgy and Duchess.
I am Autumn Cole, and I am our stage manager.
And I'm Amel Mori, and I am our assistant stage manager.
I am Agnes / Caterpillar 1.
And I am Agatha / Caterpillar 2.
I'm in the ensemble.
I play Alfred / White Rabbit / March Hare.
Yeah.
And I really love it, and it's fun.
My name is Gretchen Miller, and I'm playing the Red Cross Nurse and the Queen of Hearts in the show.
I am Izzy Kane, and I am playing Alice Spencer.
I am a character named Nigel, and also Dormouse when we go to our Wonderland characters.
So I'm Cassidy Kane. I am an ensemble member in the show.
I am Kelsey Anda, and I am also an ensemble member.
We get to play lobsters, caterpillar legs, and some turtles.
And a tree. We get to be a tree. I love being a tree.
We have the classic experience of being a tree.
Tree number 1.
There's a character named Alice, and she's so emotional. Her lover is sick, and she just wants to read to him one last time. And it's like she gets more into her head about the story of Alice in Wonderland, and it shifts reality into Alice in Wonderland, then reality, then Alice in Wonderland.
The reason everyone has 2 names is because Alice Spencer is not Alice from Lewis Carroll's, Alice in Wonderland. She's an actual person in World War II in the London Blitz, and she has to spend her time in a bomb shelter to escape the Blitz. So all of the characters in Wonderland are actual people that are in the bomb shelter. So that's why everyone has 2 names. So she can observe me, I'm the Red Cross Nurse, but in her mind, when she is envisioning Alice in Wonderland, I'm also the Queen of Hearts. And the same is true for Harold Pudding, who is an actual veteran of the war, but she imagines him as the Mad Hatter and such and so on.
So we go from reality to Wonderland, like some people have said, and in reality, we're in a World War II bunker, and we smoke our troubles away, basically, is what's happening.
Yeah, go ahead. From that, Alice takes the image of the caterpillar, and so in Wonderland
we're the caterpillars.
We're the caterpillars chilling around.
Because in the book Alice in Wonderland, the caterpillar does smoke, and he smokes on a hookah. And so when she sees us in the bunker in reality, she sees in her mind, oh, that's the caterpillar because he smokes and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah.
We're 2, but it's like we're the same person.
Yeah.
The whole time.
The story follows Alice Spencer through her experience in the London Underground during World War II, with the twist of it being Alice in Wonderland.
As Gretchen was saying, they're stuck in a World War II bunker during the London Blitz. And so they don't have a lot of supplies with them. Alice goes back and she gets her old childhood copy of Alice in Wonderland to read to her longtime friend Alfred, who is currently sick with tuberculosis. He does not have a lot of time left, so she wants to read Alice in Wonderland with him one last time. However, the Red Cross Nurse is not too thrilled with that idea because germs spread. You don't usually want to be by someone who has tuberculosis, but Alice doesn't care. So as she is reading it, it is her only copy of Alice in Wonderland is destroyed. And to help herself as well as Alfred to cope with this, she decides to recite the story by heart. So it is Alice in Wonderland by her heart.
My personal favorite part of the show is the tea party, because it's just so energetic and funny, and all in between all the sadness, there's just funniness. I mean, there's a bunch of scenes that were funny, but that one, I was peak.
I personally love the trial scene. It's the Queen of Hearts, she's angry, she wants to get to the bottom of what's going on, she's mad, and King of Hearts is just there, he's like, what? He plays along with Queen of Hearts, and they're just both mad.
Honestly, I've loved drama club so far. I really love acting, honestly. It's really fun. I've loved being able to interact with the other members. Honestly, yeah, I'm planning on keeping doing it. We'll keep doing it, yeah.
What my thoughts are, I like acting as well, and I'm probably gonna do it. I'm gonna keep doing it until I graduate.
I think that my favorite part would have to be the lobster dance because it's so pretty and it's so fun to dance to. Like, I'm so grateful to be in the ensemble because I feel like we get to do all the cool stuff.
So this is my first musical, and for now, I love everything. And even if it's really, really hard, it's really exciting putting yourself into it, and everything try to get better every day, and I don't know. and see the things coming out, like actually, like after the rehearsals in the room, then you get into the stage and you see like the ideas coming out, and it's so cool.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I was gonna say is, so like this week we've incorporated lights into our rehearsals, and the lights and some costumes, it makes it so real. Because like you go from like just like doing blocking on stage or sitting around a table reading a script, and we've done this in like 2 months, and it's crazy. So being able to do that is just so cool, and I'm so glad I get to work with such a wonderful group of people.
Okay, this is my favorite part of every single show, but I like to sit backstage and listen to all the music. At the end of the show, usually I recognize the lyrics, which I'm very bad at memorizing songs, so that's pretty good. I'm still singing things from Into the Woods last year. Like all this week, I've been singing. Like she's heard me. I just start singing.
Like The Last Midnight or
Last Midnight.
Yeah, I enjoy when we're backstage and the actors come back and they're like, oh my gosh, wow, we just did this or that, or they'll be so excited and just so happy seeing them.
My favorite part is our song. Is called Sick to Death, and I like being able to just be goofy, be a silly little guy.
I think the show is very powerful. It teaches you a lesson about like growing up and having to accept the things that come with that.
It portrays the loss of someone that you have created this bond with in the setting of something that's so traumatic, and the loss of that, and how you may try to cope with that, and the things that you do, which are good and bad with some caterpillars.
You have to have it through on a second watch. I'd really recommend doing a second watch of the show. If you can, you should, to really get the motifs in all of them, because the first time you watch it, you're just seeing Alice in Wonderland through World War II. But when you rewatch it a second time, you can really look for all of the motifs of growing up, especially with the caterpillars coercing Alice to do drugs. It doesn't have to be just drugs when you're growing up. It's just coercing into things you don't really want to do, but you have to learn how to say no, or learn your lesson when you do say yes, but also just growing up with changes in your body, changes in your feelings, hormones, all that.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to say that too. Big themes of growing up, and something I think is really interesting about the story is that it takes Alice in Wonderland, but the fact that she doesn't have the copy, it's actually kind of interesting that this is her new version by heart, that all of these characters are kind of mean to her, and they're really honest with her, and they're not the way she remembered them when she was a kid. And I think it's kind of a harrowing thing to realize, like a lot of us, it's very resonant with us. When you go back to things that you so loved when you were a child, and then you see them, and it's just like you can never see them the same way, and that's what's different. And so, yeah, I just think that's really cool. I like that the characters are kind of mean to her. I think they give her that reality check.
This show stands out to me more than anything we've done in the past, because I think after experiencing a couple of experiences from last year, it makes the impact on me a little more than every other musical we've done, because this one is very centered around grief, and how grief is a very specific thing for everyone, but in broad terms, everyone goes through it. And so I think that this is just a very special show, because we've always tried to do like some kind of like fantasy where everything's fine, and we sing and we dance and we hit a tap number and everything turns out amazing in the end. And this one is just life. So however you want to interpret that, I think it just kind of shows like the stages of grief and stuff.
Yeah, I love the show. It's so well written, and I love the like themes of loss and like getting over like something tragic, because like I've gone through the same thing too. So I feel like a lot of people can really connect to the story.
And just since all the loss, and it just, everyone can relate to that, because especially if it's happened recently.
Yep.
People should come see the show because it's an amazing play. We have adapted to it in an amazing way. It's like very relatable when you see it, and it's very life-changing.
Yeah, I also agree. The show is like full with surprises. It's like, but wait, she was just this, but now that she's this, and she's flipping the scripts and just making it her own, and it's just something to interact in, and you can also like relate into some of the things that are going on.
Please come to the show because it's fun and it would be awesome sauce. Quoted from Ms. Kless Mom.